it just speaks to me. It just, there's just something about it that's very enriching.
Carol Irving is a fiber artist who makes woven creations like these in her Escanaba home studio. She's had her work featured in numerous exhibits and art shows, and she's been perfecting her craft for most of her life.
I have been weaving for over 40 years. I got into weaving in general when I was still in high school. I had a friend who got me into it, and we started off with frame looms. Just did very free form weaving, lots of found objects like bark and feathers and shells incorporated into the projects, and they were pretty small pieces. And things just kind of kept going from there.
Carol's love of weaving grew over the next few years. She developed an incredible skill and passion for fiber arts.
I taught myself. I'm all self-taught. And I did take a weaving workshop back in the late 80s with a British rug weaver. That started everything. He used a different technique. It's called shaft switching. I bought a loom that's very specific to that, and all my designs are my own designs and allow me a lot more creative license, I'll say, and allowing me to do different things in my creations and my design process.
That design process is quite unique. Carol takes photographs of the beauty she finds around her own home, and she uses a loom to transform those photos into rugs and wall hangings.
We're now living right on Lake Michigan, and been very inspired every morning and every evening, sunrises, sunsets. I have software that I can bring that photograph into the software, and it digitizes it, and I'm able to translate that photograph into a woven project.
Carol currently has some of her work on display at the DeVos Art Museum at Northern Michigan University. The exhibit features designs of endangered wildflowers that are specific to the Upper Peninsula or the state of Michigan.
It's called A Weaver's Journal of Endangered Wildflowers. That's a project that I started in 2016, and I worked on it specifically and extensively for 2 years. There's 12 panels in all, and each panel highlights a different threatened or endangered wildflower.
Carol has 2 bachelor's degrees, and one of those is in botany. She combined her knowledge of these flowers with her passion for art to make an exhibit that is not only enjoyable, but informative. The exhibit includes journals detailing the wildflowers and informing people of how they can help protect these plants.
Along with the journals, I also have some tips on what they can do to minimize threatened and endangered wildflowers, or any species for that matter.
The exhibit will be on display at the DeVos Art Museum until the 29th of March. You can find more information about Carol and her unique creations on our website. Reporting in Escanaba for ABC 10 and the CW5, I'm Lily Simmons.